Starting Rainbow Realty was one of the best decisions I've ever could have made. I worked for some of the largest companies, Remax, Caldwell Banker. Like I've worked for so many companies before I decided to step out on my own. And it's not easy, not easy by a long shot, but was it worth it? Oh my God, yes, it was worth it. So most people want to be an entrepreneur because, they feel that it's going to give them, the freedom and all that stuff. Well, it gets greater later. You have to put in the work in order to make me something. So like in the beginning, I was doing all the running around. I was showing houses, doing this, taking the listings, being an administrative person. I did everything. I was a hands-on, pretty much do everything. But it's not until I was able to delegate and to learn how to run a business that Rainbow Realty really took off. So that means I had to hire a transaction coordinator, an administrator. I had to give the agents that decided to, come and work with me. I had to show them how to pretty much duplicate myself. And thank God, like I have a wonderful team of agents that are fire. They are fire. They work hard. They got good hearts. They are, very conscientious about wanting to help people. And there's agents that actually wanted to come to join Rainbow Realty that I didn't think that was a good fit, because it is so important for me to have the proper mindset and the proper heart set in order to be in it for the right reasons. Like I said, the money's gonna come. So Rainbow Realty's mission is simply to protect the consumer, protect people who are out there trying to purchase a home, protect sellers who are trying to sell their homes for top dollar. You protect people in doing a transaction and not just try to sell them on something, because everybody knows you go to a car dealership, they just come swarming at you, and then you tell somebody, hey, I'm looking for a realtor, and you got like tons of people coming at you. My Rainbow Realty kind of speaks for itself. I can tell so many different stories on situations where it wasn't really my job to do this and that, but guess what? I made it my job, and it was no job too small or too big, in order to get the job done. And sometimes it's not your responsibility, but it kind of is if you're in it for the right reasons. So I'll go beyond the call to do things that I wouldn't ordinarily or don't fall within the normal aspects of what a realtor does. When you have the right mindset and to be in place to want to help people get to where they're going to go, people over time will get to know who you are, how you work, and they're going to trust you. And then because I've been in the business over 35 years, like I get a lot of business through word of mouth. I get a lot of business through people reading my reviews. I get a lot of business, just people by seeing me and seeing how I am as a person and how I'm just the same person, whether I'm selling you a house or whether I see you at an event and stuff. I'm always going to embrace the person with love and stuff. And that's pretty much what that we do at Rainbow Realty. We make sure that another thing that we like to do at Rainbow Realty is help first-time buyers. Why? Because a lot of first-time buyers have been given a misconception that it's impossible for them to own a home. They have to have 20% down. They have to have perfect credit. They have to have so many things that are not accurate. So I concentrate on them the most, because if it wasn't for that, then they would go on renting for the rest of their lives. And based on, especially with the rent prices going up, it is no way you can't tell me that you can't afford a house. And I'm gonna show you how. So a lot of people will look out and they'll come, and I don't really do rentals, and though I will help people that are trying to transition into rentals, but I don't really do rentals. But when I see that your credit's, decent, and that you have a reasonable down payment, even though you may or may not need one, I am going to educate you to let you know that for what you're about to pay for this apartment, you can also own your house. But with owning a house, you have tax write-offs, and you could leave a legacy to your family, and you have like certain benefits that you could never have from renting a house. And I just provide them with the information. And some of them are like, they're not ready or whatever, but the seed has been planted. So I love working with first-time buyers. I also like working with sellers, because a lot of times sellers want to make a move, but they don't know how to make a move because they need to sell their house in order to purchase another one. Not everybody, but most sellers do, because they'll buy a house, they'll live in there like 5 to 10 years, build up some equity, and now they want to buy another house. But sometimes the market is so aggressive that they don't want to make a move because they may not find another house. So there are strategies to putting a person's house on the market making sure it's contingent upon them finding a suitable house and making sure that they're secure so that they will never become homeless in the interim of selling your home. So there are certain strategies and there are certain ways that when I'm listing a property to get the maximum amount that a person can get when they selling their house. There are a lot of tricks of the trade that people are not saying or they're not going to tell you, but I tell it all and I help everybody to meet their maximum goal, whatever they're trying to do. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are. It just matters where you want to go. And then once we devise a strategy on how to get there, I'm just going to show you how to get there. I'm going to lay out the blueprint so there's going to be no guessing games, but it will be a smooth transaction. And I'll make sure that you understand the process so that you won't be afraid to take that step. So that's why I started Rainbow Realty to help people like you navigate through this sometimes confusing real estate deals. Whether you're a seller or you're a buyer, I am here to help you throughout the whole process and make things so simple. If you're looking to buy or sell, just comment below and I'll be happy to reach out to you and help you along your journey. I would love to. It would be my honor and privilege, and I am equal to the task.